And we are almost ready to get underway. Chris Smith with ball in hand, so much responsibility on his shoulders, and he stepped up to the plate. It's up and away. Chris Smith gets this round 16 match underway, taken in by Josh McKay. What a crucial round of action in the Vodacom URC, in South Africa and in Europe as well. Crucial matches taking place, including Leinster against the Ospreys and Munster against Connacht. Both teams hunting down those top 4 spots. It's going to
Warriors would have liked.
Norkia takes it clean at line-out time. Akke van der Merwe tucking in at the back. In his first season of Vodacom URC, he scored 8 tries in 13 matches. Not a bad record. Unless, of course, you look to the bench of Glasgow Warriors, where you'll find Johnny Matthews has played 14 times and scored 12 tries. The usual starting hooker for the Glaswegians. Here comes Ambrose Papier. Bulls in possession early in the enemy's red zone. Forward comes Elrach Low. Great ball away to Hanekom, who's been so impressive this season. Continuity building early for the Bulls. Papier gets it away, and Vermaak can't hold on. Advantage being played. Dodge sends it.
Okay, knock on there. We're going to go back. Crouch! Bind!
Players that have been shifting. We've seen quite a bit of rotation in that front row for the Glasgow Warriors. Johnny Matthews is just returning from injury. Of rugby here at the Bulls, you'll know how important this one is.
Norkia takes again. Chris Smith keeps it moving to Creel. Great pass to the outside for Kurtley Ardense. How dangerous is he? Beating the first defender inside to Willie Leroux. Off a leg is the call, so no knock on. Who has pounced on this?
Back.
The Warriors. Glasgow come away with it. The top side in the Vodacom URC, usurping Leinster.
Use it!
And looking desperately to hold on to that spot with 3 matches left to play, including this one. Sent over the top by George Horn. Great tap back, and Glasgow will remain on the front foot. Dempsey moves it along to Tuipolotu. So dangerous, especially in the tight spaces. Can occupy a number of defenders, the big number 12, Scotland international. Matt Fagerson, whose brother waits on the bench. That's not a great pass, that, from Tom Jordan. Back is the call. Dominant tackle from Elrach Low. It's dropping all over the place at the moment.
Must win here for them, even though they go up against the Benetton and then the Sharks in that last game.
Bind! Set! Nice and straight.
Horn feeds the scrum. Good pressure from the Vodacom Bulls, but the Glasgow side comes away with it all the same. Jordan moves it along to McKay, spreading it wide early. Kyle Steyn making good meters into the opposition half. Quick hands from Glasgow. They're looking to start at 100 miles an hour here, taken down Tuipolotu.
He's flowing, it's fine.
Horn seeks to get it free. Brilliant timing. That from Cameron Hanekom, jumping out of the line to make his tackle. Jordan takes it to the line and gets driven back over that line. Horn changing direction. The Bulls defense holding up, not allowing the Warriors to
there, use it. You've trapped him in one.
Get that early advantage which they seek thus far. Some early tries would really stand them in good stead. That's a solid hit as Cancelier tried to find some space. Good run from Rory Dodge. The energy from Glasgow Warriors self-evident early on.
Trying to get involved in that ruck. This is really good by Rory Dodge. Keeps working through tackles. Great work rate, and then he just catches Marco van Staden on the wrong side. Well, they have some bullocky days out here. They do so many innovations. Great.
Crucial line out here for the Glasgow Warriors. The try's on! Over he goes!
22 area, the green zone for them. It's a great play, very well executed. Nice lift to create that deception. And then it's just raw power from Matt Fagerson here. Never thinking about offloading to Grant Stewart. Drops the shoulder over the try.
287 points.
And first line out, well executed.
You go ahead of me.
Vodacom Bulls get us restarted. The kick falls to Josh McKay. Such an elusive runner. And the next up to carry, Murphy Walker. Well stopped by the captain of the Bulls, Ruan Nortje. Some of the starting props for the Glasgow Warriors unavailable today, most notably, of course, for South African fans, Ollie Kebbel, once of the SA Under-20 glory.
Yeah, agree, lads.
Taken on the touchline by Chris Smith. He sends it into Willie Leroux, beats the first defender. Willie's taking them on. Here comes the Springbok fullback. Beat a couple, set up an attacking play for the Bulls. They've got numbers out left now. Curtly Arends asked the question of Steyn. Sends it back inside.
Need the touch.
Covering on the inside as well for Glasgow.
More good setup.
Knowledge of the laws there, disrupting the pass.
First off.
The rolling maul. Aka van der Merwe has got around the corner. The player unprotected and therefore not being obstructed. Marco van Staden goes to ground. Glasgow come piling in and they win the scrum.
Crouch. Bind. Set. In.
George Horn to feed the scrum. Under pressure from referee Ben Whitehouse. A scrum under pressure. Dempsey's forced to break off the back and he breaks very well. Horn sends it blind. Some aggressive defense from the Bulls when they have that line set up.
Captain.
Really asking the question of the Warriors. Great effort that from Wilco Lowe.
Captain out.
He's built like a brick house, the tight head prop.
No, it's
over the top from George Horn. Safely into touch and sends it into Vermaak. Papier quickly away to Forster. Forster sets the breakdown point. Quick ball for Papier and the Bulls come again through Nortje. Absorbing that hit and moving forward, the captain of the Vodacom Bulls, Wilco Lowe. Papier. Curtly Arendsen at first receiver.
Tackle, release.
Papier the opposite direction. Here's Chris Smith and then Willie Leroux sends a flat one over the top for Hanekom. Hanekom, difficult pass for Aka van der Merwe. Great ball inside to Forster. And the movement's kept alive, but the Bulls will be driven into touch.
What an incredible battle of two geniuses in the rugby.
The feed to the line out from Grant Stewart, spread away by George Horn. Glasgow Warriors with ball back in hand. They've been very efficient in these opening 13 minutes. Great pressure from Aka van der Merwe. He saw that move coming probably 2 phases ahead as the Glasgow Warriors set themselves up, but they've lost possession and van der Merwe clears from the base. That's the 22-meter line of the Glasgow Warriors, and the Vodacom Bulls are bearing down on it again. Chris Smith takes it into contact. Papier gets it away. So far, they haven't been able to put together enough phases to create the pressure on that Glasgow backline. Great effort on the ball from Matt Fagerson. Could not secure the turnover. Gerard Steenkamp, the one-cap Springbok, carries it into contact. Smith gets it away to Forster. Smith on the loop. Looking to get through that tackle of Tui Pelotu. He's done well. Can he get to ground?
Leave it.
Tackle called, so the Warriors cannot go for it there. Wonderful hand from Nortje to Willie Leroux. Always operates as a second fly-off for the team. Aka van der Merwe hanging out on the wings. Oh!
Yeah, Ruan Nortje asking a few good questions there. Is all we're going to get a penalty there. I love how Carl Steyn apologized immediately.
Okay.
Yes, 14 black. It's been incredible how the players have adapted to the laws, and we've seen Arends a Springbok.
Nortje calls his own number again. Vermaak comes round the corner. It's a try for guess who? Aka van der Merwe.
Quite ferocious with his carries. This is a really good one. A trick play of their own, the Vodacom Blue Bulls. This is how the Glasgow Warriors scored their try. Very similar. Great offload off the deck to Aka van der Merwe. Scores so many tries in those wide channels, whether he's running like a winger and diving like them or just dotting it down or finishing off a maul. That brings him to 9-2 now.
An accuracy of 89%. Chris brings the ball to the halfway line. Launches it long from the restart. The Glasgow Warriors on the chase. 15 against 14 to remind you as Kyle Steyn remains off the field for the time being. And it's Grant Stewart feeds Gregor Brown in the line out. The young 22-year-old taking it in. Tui Pelotu muscling up to the hit from Hanekom. What a season for Hanekom in the number 8 jersey. Dempsey, the number 8 for the Glasgow Warriors, born in Sydney, Australia. Played away by George Horn. McKay takes it to the line. The Vodacom Bulls defense very aggressive. And the Glasgow Warriors, for the time being, just getting their passes away in time.
Kick.
Matt Fagerson
Wingers on
had a great start to the match, takes it in. Horn sends it over the top. Curtly Ardenser's underneath this one. Great take in the end for Cancelier. He's lost control. Here's Ambrose Papier, who is lightning quick when he gets half a chance. Sends this one downfield. But the Warriors have their number 10 waiting, and Jordan moves it along. The Vodacom Bulls are there in number. Fagerson working hard to clear. Horn gets it away. The Warriors committed and confident in their attacking play. And why wouldn't they be? They've scored the second most tries in the Vodacom URC this year. Beaten by only one side. The side on the other side of the field, the Vodacom Bulls, top try scorers in this year's competition and looking to move forward again.
Marco van Staden, one of them, and Akker van der Merwe, the other.
Akker van der Merwe feeds the line out. Nortje, the recipient, yet again. The reliable connection between the captain and his hooker. Van der Merwe waiting for the ball to be presented to him. But right now the Bulls are pumping their legs, moving forward, but it's been left behind and it's a penalty.
When he's in that frustrated mood, the way he attacks the line, he joins the line, he gets, but he's coming on the side and he stopped that more than.
The Vodacom Bulls have a chance to go again with their rolling maul. Akker van der Merwe tucked in the back, waiting for some momentum, wrapping around the corner. Now they are still moving. This could be trouble for Glasgow. They're going to have to release those ones that are wrapping around the corner. They're really pushing their luck. Nortje trying to slap them away. Coming forward is Ruan Vermaak. And of course, when you're learning to construct a rolling maul, you also learn how to defend one.
Yeah, spot on, Paul Stubbs, exactly that. And it's been well defended so far. They'll be upset about not finding touch there, though.
And the Vodacom Bulls have a chance to run it back at them with Hanekom. Identifies the defender. Jack Dempsey makes a great tackle, and Papier sends it away to Smith, playing on the front foot at all times, the home team.
Back, back, back.
And surely this breathless pace of play will start to pay dividends, especially so come the second half. With this early kickoff as well, not favouring the Glaswegians. It is piping hot in Tshwane today. Kanan Moody coming into the line.
Thank you.
Papier.
Still advantage.
An advantage being played to the Vodacom Bulls as Valileru gets it away. Here's Foster. Foster drops it inside for Curtly Ardenser.
Back.
Making meters with every movement. Papier gets it to Nortje. Nortje chopped down by his opposite number, Cummings. Penalty to the Bulls.
Sessions here. Side two.
Taxing on both sides, the conditions here and the match itself. Trick play from the Vodacom Bulls. Papier sends it away to Foster. Very well tackled indeed by Tom Jordan. They set up the next movement and Nortje is there again.
Tackle release.
He is released. Papier gets good clean ball. Here comes Hanekom cutting back inside. Hanekom fights for the line. Try to the Vodacom Bulls.
Not the heaviest of players, but in these areas he's just so good. Great carry here from Ruan Nortje. I thought the Glasgow Warriors did well to hold him up, but that then forces them to fold late. And Hanekom is so smart in the close combat. Steps inside.
Chris Smith. Kyle Steyn back on the field for Glasgow. The Vodacom Bulls leading by the 7 points now. It falls into the welcoming arms of the Sheriff Elrachlo. Always happy to run straight into the closest defender. Here's Wilco though. Not as mobile as Elrachlo, but seriously difficult to bring down in the contact. Kanan Moody's after this kick from Chris Smith. They're all offsides.
To pay attention to it, but they seem to have been getting away with it so far in this fixture. And
big line out, and the Vodacom Bulls have disrupted. It's a knock-on. Looked like Vermaak getting up there. Could have been low. Still, it's Glasgow Bull, cleared by Horn. Forward comes Gregor Brown. The youngster makes good meters. Quick ball. Spread clear by Horn. What an opportunity this is for the Scotsman. Horn sends it right again. Coming around the corner is Cummings. Solid defense from the Vodacom Bulls. When they have the time to get set, it's danger for the Glasgow Warriors because they are coming up full steam ahead. Tui Pelotu tries to set the defender and send it back to his number 10, Tom Jordan, who he puts in a spot of bother. Horn almost trying to purchase the penalty there. And the Glasgow Warriors continue to be driven back in possession. Dempsey in at first, receiver, miscommunication, and sees it fall to McKay on the bounce. Outside of their opposition's 22 now, it hasn't been the perfect attacking phase. Tackled behind the gain line again as Rory Dodge compromised. Ball away to James Batty.
Stay back. Give me space.
George Horn goes left once more. Back from the sin bin, Kyle Steyn. Horn. They are suffering right now, the Warriors. The more phases they build up, the more punishing the shoulders become. Getting the ball away was Rory Dodge. Here's McKay. Who wants it next for the Warriors? They need to run a straight line here to move forward again. It's Grant Stewart who's done well. Horn pops it up to Steyn. Taking it straight into the Vodacom Bulls defense, approaching that 22-meter line again. Here's Brown. The continuity in possession for the Glasgow Warriors, impressive, and they do win that advantage in the end. That's the dividends that it can pay.
Yep.
Here it is. Tries to wrap and counter ruck.
Pretty close on the last one in terms of...
Yeah, I saw.
That was his son enjoying a lovely ice cream.
Smith sends it high for the Vodacom Bulls, centrally as well. Taken in by McKay once more. Always happy to run. The New Zealand-born number 15.
Use it.
Played for the Highlanders and the Crusaders, did Josh McKay.
That has been absolutely incredible for the Glasgow Warriors. Really in the top 5 with defenders beaten, carries and meters gained.
Solid kick to touch from George.
Outside 50.
Aka Fanameva feeds the line out, which is functioning perfectly for the Vodacom Bulls so far this afternoon. Here's Kriel.
Ripped. You
Couple
ripped
of players
it.
asking
You ripped it.
for a knock on it, would appear. Eskom carries it forward. Papier sends it to Kurtley Ardenson, who's showing up all over the field. Matthews. Great contest that from Roan Vermaak, snatching possession back clean for the Vodacom Bulls. Here's Papier away to try scorer Van der Merwe. Go forward from the Bulls, as it has been every time they've gotten into the danger zone, and they're here again. Van Staden sets it, Papier gets it away, being pushed instead of tackled, and forward comes Steenkamp. Papier.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Penalty to the home team.
3.
No, Kanan Mooney wasn't able to get to it. But they're applying pressure at the set piece, the line out with a good steal from Roan Vermaak, and then it's his front rowing partner.
Should be simple work for Chris Smith, and 7 points behind now.
Hold on.
And with 6 minutes left to play in the half. Papier takes it, and it's been charged down. A great effort. Keeping hope alive, it's Kyle Steyn, and he's made the tackle as well. The captain is putting in a tremendous effort.
Charge down, makes the tackle, and it's a good line out.
Quick thinking again from the Glasgow Warriors. Spread away by Tom Jordan in the midfield. Dempsey hits it up. Quick ball for Horn. Tui Pelotu gets it away now. Jordan coming around the corner. The Bulls wise to that wraparound opportunity. They had numbers galore. Horn, quick ball for the Warriors as they're looking to up the tempo. Desperately looking for that. Fagerson, the second Fagerson brother, onto the field. Replacement front ranker. Here is Johnny Matthews, prolific try scorer. Tui Pelotu gets it away. Dropped onto the toe. Who's going to get there first? Papier's on the chase. LaRue on the cover. A crucial movement, which will start with this line out. The contest again is quality from Roan Vermaak. Here's Hanekom. That'll be gut-wrenching stuff for the Glasgow Warriors. Another opportunity wasted.
Call 9.
And they've done so well to keep this match in the balance as well, to control this tempo that the Bulls are trying to impose on them. Great kick from Papier, hugging the touchline, taken in by Cancelier, the Argentinian winger. Here's the South African-born winger, Kyle Steyn, now a proud Scotsman. at the 15s and 7s level. It's been a tremendous career for Kyle Steyn since leaving these shores. Horn complaining about some players getting in the way, and Hanekom
we play.
to eat him alive. Horn with the tap and go. Oh, the offload was ill-advised, trying to keep that tempo high, and the Bulls pounce on possession. Chris Smith sets it back for Papier. Well, the Bulls look to run in from here. Willie Leroux gets it moving down the back line. Kurtley Ardenser, he's dangerous from absolutely anywhere on the field. He's beaten a couple. Here comes Kurtley. He's got support on the outside. Will he need it? No! Pops right on the inside, and El Rachlo, the sheriff, is in town.
Just showstopper of a try from inside their 22, linking up beautifully the forwards and backs. Great line that from Kurtley Ardenser. It seemed like he was running away from support at first. Thought about passing it out wide, but notice Kyle Steyn is there. Great presence of mind, and what a support line from El Rachlo. So great to see El Rachlo back to the way he usually performs.
Tom Jordan sends it long. The try scorer, El Rachlo, waits, drops his head and powers into his opposite number, Rory Dodge. He keeps the defenders honest, El Rachlo. He makes his intentions clear, and he dares you to stop him. As Ambrose Papier sets up the exit.
Stay back.
She executes well. Kurtley Ardenser after this one, hugging the touchline once more from Papier. Very well taken in by McKay, who sets off on a run, as he always does.
Leave it. One. Yeah, you tried to win it, good.
Now spread by George Horn. Here's Tom Jordan, Tui Pelotu, and in the midfield it's McDowell.
Didn't go through the horizontal.
Stopped by the Vodacom Bulls defense. The Warriors really struggle to find those gaps once the ruck speed slows down and the Vodacom Bulls are able to reload. And with the hooter sounding in the background, it's last chance saloon in the first half for the travelling Scotsman. Cancelier sets the ruck. It's Horn that gets it clear. And the Bulls defense continues to hold strong for the time being. Great line that from Scott Cummings. Is the support there fast enough? It is to clear away the likes of Marco van Staden, now turning to the grabber. A brave move indeed, with the hooter having sounded, and it turns out to be unprofitable for the Glasgow Warriors. Back underway, courtesy of Tom Jordan, who sends it long to El Rachlo. Always happy to run it right back at the opposition. Sets the ruck, oftentimes captain of this Vodacom Bulls side, especially during the injury to Nortkia, his hamstring injury recently. Papier, back to Willie Leroux.
Stop, Blue.
A tremendous experience. Great contest from Nortkia, but it's clean line-out ball for the Scotsman, and forward comes Dempsey.
Regathered.
Always available in the midfield, especially the free-running number 8. Says his attack is the strongest part of his game, Dempsey. Attended the 2019 Rugby World Cup with Australia and attempted the 2023 Rugby World Cup representing Scotland. Over it comes from George Horn. Kurtley Ardenser underneath this, so is Kyle Steyn.
Take him back, lads. Stop, Blue,
Willie Leroux is not happy with the strike he got on that one. Jordan's underneath it, claims it out of the Tshwane sky and sends it to Josh McKay. McKay takes on a defender. Hanekom makes his tackle. Indecision from the Glasgow Warriors. Flying through here is Willie Leroux. He's been dealt with by Stafford McDowell. In over the ball, Cameron Hanekom.
Spoke about Akker van der Merwe, Marco van Staden, El Rachlo, and that testing still really good. Love how he chased his kick. Great strength shown by McDowell. And then Hanekom is there. That's how you just have to keep the Glasgow Warriors working, folding back and trying to clean.
One try away from the try bonus point for the Vodacom Bulls. They set the rolling maul. Akker van der Merwe sees no forward momentum, sends it away. Here's Forster. Papier compromised. He gets it away clean all the same to El Rachlo. The Glasgow Warriors sharpening up on defense here. They realize what a crucial point in the match this is. Trailing by those 14 points, they cannot allow the home team to score a 5-pointer or a 7-pointer next. Papier off to low from a standing start. Still gets back to the gain line. Swallowed up by the previous ruck. Papier. Oh, wonderful offload from Vermaak to Akka van der Merwe. And the home team makes meters again. Papier just had to wait for that ball. Nothing legal going on. Here's Van Staden.
On me. Neck roll.
Glasgow Warriors managing this clock to perfection. Something which Munster did in their famous victory here.
Nizam Kha, I think, has been brilliant in this year's Vodacom URC for the Bulls.
What a take that is at line-out time, where they've been struggling. And just as I say that, Ferguson can't control, and the Vodacom Bulls right onto the attack with the new man, Nizam Kha. Here comes Nortje. Easily over the gain line there. It's been too often that for the Glasgow Warriors. That the hard runners of the Bulls make those 1-2 meters beyond the gain line, right next to the ruck. Hanekom making hay as well. Here comes Elrich Low. The physical contest being won by the Vodacom Bulls thus far. Those early front row subs at the end of the first half as well from the Glasgow Warriors. We'll see how they pay off come the end of this match. Carr gets the offload away. It's absolutely brilliant. Caden Moody comes trotting home for another try for the Vodacom Bulls.
Too long, but all the work is done on the inside. Brilliant play again. Elrich Low linking up beautifully. What a line that is from Nizam Kha. He does it very, very well. And then soft hands. Billy Leroux is a fantastic distributor.
Chris Smith, simple one for the number 10. Tom Jordan's got us back underway, and once again it's kicked down to Elrich Low.
Outside. It's out, play on.
Well, that's come loose, and Papier can't secure. What an opportunity now for the Glasgow Warriors. Or is it?
If the ball is in the loose, if it's been kicked or it's been knocked on, you are allowed to dive on it, but not if it's emerging from a ruck. And they do look like they're in the driving seat here, the Bulls.
Outside 15.
Akka van der Merwe feeds the back of the line out, and that is on the money. A pressure throw. It's really threaded the needle. Papier away to his captain, Nortje.
Leave it.
What a welcome return to the Vodacom Bulls squad.
Tackle.
Their captain is Papier. Dummies left, goes right. Might have just found a little bit of space to work with. Moody sees there's too much angle on that.
Still out.
Quality line out from the Warriors away to Dempsey. Brought down, and Horn gets it cleared, struggling. In contrast with what the Vodacom Bulls are able to do right next to the ruck.
Use 9. Okay,
the Glasgow
four.
Warriors struggling desperately to make those meters on the hard carries.
It's still in.
Slow ball for the Glasgow Warriors. You can see Henku Venter in the background onto the field for
he's offside, okay.
Glasgow, famously
Okay,
formerly
he's
of
off.
Free State and the Sharks here in South Africa. Great take from the Bulls, cleared by Papier. Ruan Vermaak gets it away. They're looking to switch onto the attack at all times. Wonderful initiative from the home team today. In fine fettle here towards the end of the group stage of the Vodacom URC. Nizam Kha has injected energy off the bench. Papier plays it open side. Big strong run from Ruan Vermaak. Pass away to Chris Smith, who kicks it centrally. Lets it roll. Will it roll too far? It will.
They're kids as well.
Kids of all ages at Loftus Versfeld today.
Bind! Set!
The feed to the scrum comes from George Horn. Horn dummies to the right, goes left. Jordan gets it away to Tui Polotu. Hasn't had enough opportunity with ball in hand. He is dangerous on the carry. Harold Forster causing problems at ruck time, disrupting the quick ball for the Glasgow Warriors. Rory Dodge gets the impetus once more. Oh, Tui Polotu called flat. Very flat indeed to Stafford McDowell. And the Glasgow Warriors in prime position now. Bear in mind that if they get 1 point out of this match and 5 points out of the next 2 matches, 5 points each, they'll get 11 log points, which means Leinster could only match their log point tally.
2 meters there.
The feed to the line out comes from Johan Grobbelaar.
Yep. First
Replacing
stop,
Akka van der Merwe in the Vodacom Bulls lineup.
Okay, use it now,
What
nine.
a pair of hookers to have for the Vodacom Bulls. And Aka van der Merwe and Grobelaar, part of the dream team of URC Season 1. The kick over the top, perfectly measured. Kurt the Arendse after it, taken in by Kyle Steyn. And now the Glasgow Warriors will look to run from deep. They've got to run it all half. They've got to get their try tally. A big old hit that on McDowell.
No, good clear out.
Fighting for the turnover, Kanan Moody unsuccessfully so, and the Glasgow Warriors look to move it the opposite direction, but they are being swarmed by the herd. Cleared by Horn.
Charge, play it on.
Charge down off the kick from Jordan. Everything's gone backwards, and Creel is moving forwards. Finds his captain Nortje, and then oh no! They send it wide. It's been dropped cold by Papier, who would not have been caught from that position. Steyn driven backwards in the tackle. The defensive aggression from the Bulls. It's been absolutely tremendous today. Here's Dempsey. He's put in a massive effort, the Aussie-born number 8. Grobelaar timing that perfectly, shooting from behind the line, already had the momentum as the ball was cleared from the ruck and tackling the Warriors behind the gain line. Here's Tui Pelotu trying to create some space on the outside. Harold Foster sticks to his task, makes the tackle, and the Glasgow Warriors are struggling desperately to make meters. Just outside their own 22, here's Hanku Venter. Feeds it away to McKay. McKay, very well done to hold up that ball to Cummings. Now the Warriors are starting to get a bit expensive. Cutting back inside is Dodge. Dodge finding some space to work with. Gets his offload away to his number 9 Horn. Swallowed up in the tackle.
Straight off your feet.
And in fact, Glasgow's most recent success in South Africa was a 52-24 win against the Cheetahs in Bloem back in September 2018.
Okay.
Grobelaar feeds Nortje. Van Staden gets it out the back to Grobelaar on the run again. Great wraparound play. It's set the Bulls on the front foot. Here's Nortje. Papier changes direction. Forster, he knows his fly-off is waiting in the pocket, and Kurt the Arendse behind the gain line has to get creative. Papier to Nortje. Great offload from the captain, keeping the play moving forward, even as he moved backwards. And a penalty advantage waiting for the Bulls as well. Dominating the second half thus far.
Straight to ground. Not supporting.
Jordan goes long again, where Elrich will surely be waiting once more. And there he is, into the bread basket of the big number 7.
Okay, use it, 9.
Ambrose Papier
Onside, yeah.
setting up the exit for the Bulls. Sends one over the top. Kurt the Arendse on the chase again, not cleanly taken by the Glasgow Warriors. Have not had luck breaking their way.
50-22 is on.
And added to that, the Vodacom Bulls have been punishing them with kicks like that. What a kick from Billy Leroux!
What a 50-22 that was. I mean, he's pretty much in his own 22 there. It's a 22-22. Shouldn't he be taking it from the 5 meter then, perhaps? We'll see a law change, perhaps, but so much work from this fly-off.
Thanks, mate.
Tom Jordan to do there as well.
Nortje calls his own number once more. The Glasgow Warriors making a big hit against that rolling maul. The Bulls pull away from it. Here's Creel. Creel's in a half gap. Creel with the offload. Hasn't gone to hand. And scrambled free by Stafford McDowell. Grobelaar prepares to feed the line out under the watchful eye of Dylan November with the flag in hand. Ruan Vermaak, the recipient this time. The lineouts from the Vodacom Bulls have been absolutely perfect. Here's Marco van Staden. When he came back onto the field for that blood replacement, Cameron Harnekom left the field and Azam Carr remained. Papier gets it away to Vermaak. Looks like Wilco low in the carry. The Bulls still not replacing their front row, and Smith cuts them open. Can't get the pass away.
10 never onside. 10 never
not
onside.
held in the tackle, gets back up. Now he must be released, and the Bulls are in prime position to strike.
20's okay.
Chris Smith with another simple one. They're going to have to hunt 3 more tries to earn themselves 1 bonus point from this match, which could be so telling for the log standings come the final reckoning. Ready to take to the field at all times, that youngster. Up it goes from Tom Jordan. Born in Auckland, New Zealand, sends it to Elrachlo once more. Man and ball, he doesn't mind it. Still moves forward.
Use it. No.
Ambrose Papier.
Now it is.
Another brilliant contestable kick over the top, perfectly measured, and after it is Devin Williams onto the field, as well as Rohan Vermaak. What a match he's had. Max Williamson, the 21-year-old replacement for the Glasgow Warriors, on the field, first receiver there, and here he is again, the 21-year-old with the offload at the back of the hand.
Ruck, lead the ball.
To Henku Fenter, and the Bulls just continuing to cause bedlam at the breakdown. What a match he's had. Clean take at the lineup for the Glasgow Warriors. Absolutely pivotal now that they score. Max Williamson, the youngster, taking it in. Can they get some go forward off this maul? The best maul in the Vodacom URC this season. The most tries having been scored off the back of it.
Off his leg, six.
The Bulls have stopped them for the time being, and they will be changing plan. George Horn gets it away. Tui Pelotu out the back, and now it's spread wide to Steyn. Steyn for the corner. He's in clean.
Yeah, it's excellent. We saw Tom Jordan try to execute this earlier. He got it wrong this time. I mean, that's an incredible, 35, 40 meter pass there perhaps. Let's call it 25 to 30, but...
Tom Jordan. Up it goes from Chris Smith. He goes long with his restart. Kanan Moody's after this one. Dempsey, always willing. Horn gets it clear. Tui Pelotu, they're going to run it from everywhere now. The Glasgow Warriors, it's out to Josh McKay. Swallowed up by the Bulls defense.
Tackle, release. Inside,
yeah, he's actually a player they haven't been able to get onto the ball, Josh McKay. That's how good this defense has been for the Bulls so far. They've worked really well with their kick chases. And I mean, Josh McKay has been outstanding right at the top for defenders beaten, meters gained. He's an incredible counter-attacker.
Jamie Dobie onto the field now. Extremely talented youngster who can play a scrum half or on the wing. The kick clear only as far as Valilaroo. Here's Chris Smith. Here's Devin Williams, dangerously quick as Devin Williams. Creel drops it onto the toe inside. McKay covering. The game starting to get stretched somewhat, but still being played in the right areas. According to the Vodacom Bulls, as Steenkamp is shrugged off. Now the clearance surely will come. It's W who goes long. Safely into touch. Celebrated here on tour in South Africa. Nizam Carr, the line-out option at number 2 for the Vodacom Bulls. And Zach Berger beats a couple. Berger's found a gap. He chips one over the top. The cover is brilliant. It's brilliant from Jamie Dobie. This kid has got the goods. Oh, chaos at line-out time there. Mtunzi, I'm going to have to get you to break that one down. But the Vodacom Bulls come away with it all the same. And Marco van Staden in the midfield. A man mountain. Berger gets it free. Here's Vermaak off to Smith. The intercept ball is there for the Glasgow Warriors. Waiting patiently for it. This is try number 3. And they have more than enough time to get the 4th and the bonus point.
We good?
And here it comes here. Rohan Vermaak's done that really well, but I think Williams should never have played the quick hands. Read it like a book. Cancelier, and there's no one back at home. He'll go under the sticks, and a big thing. Do they have the energy?
Approaching the final 10 minutes. Chris Smith sends it high, sends it deep, and Dempsey starts running it back at them. Wow. Game's been brought back into the balance for the time being, at least, not necessarily for victory or loss for the Vodacom Bulls, who still lead by those 13 points. But the Bulls, you might remember, have a vested interest in seeing the Warriors finish with as low a points tally as possible.
Set!
The feed from Jamie Dobie. The Glasgow Warriors chasing at least the one try, if not the victory, cutting them wide open. Stafford McDowell, and the offload comes away to McKay. McKay finds Tui Pelotu. Tui Pelotu with a great ball to Cancelier. Cancelier powering forward. Dobby's there as well. The Warriors are playing a thrashing brand right now. 5 meters out from the line. Cleared by Weir! Cleared by Weir! 4 tries.
Really well, and I mean, the Glasgow Warriors, you can expect a Franco Smith side to never give up, but I mean the skill level here with everything to play for, never giving up. They must be so tired on the pitch as well. Duncan Weir, great support, pick and go as well.
What a turn of events. Chris Smith sends it high. The Glasgow Warriors now chasing victory with 8 minutes to play. The clouds were dark, although there are no clouds overhead here in Tshwane. The clouds were looking dark for the Glasgow Warriors, but they have blasted themselves back into contention for this match, and they've already secured the crucial bonus point. Dobby sends one over the top, too much angle, too flat that one.
Bulls starting to take their time a little bit now. And look at that, worried faces in the stands now. The mood has changed here at Loftus-Versfeld.
Grobelaar, untidy stuff from the Bulls, and they've thrown it away again. Duncan Weir pouncing on possession, and the Glasgow Warriors looking to switch defense into attack. It's spread by McDowell on the outside. Stain fighting to stay in field. And it was a hard fight, which needed some help from his friends, and the Glasgow Warriors looking to secure possession here. Forster almost making a nuisance of himself. Dobby gets it away in the end. Dempsey tackled well behind the game line by a game, Johan Grobelaar. Dobby away to Ferry. All of a sudden the Vodacom Bulls on the back foot. Stafford McDowell.
Still in.
The Bulls not committing anyone to contested that breakdown. They've got the defenders spread across the field, but they're not making their first time tackles the way they were in the first half. Dobby away to Weir. Tui Pelotu's going to ask some questions here, and he's so dangerous. Great tackle from Al Rakhlo.
You were fine, but you knocked it on. Fine!
Yeah, there's my old school there, Pretoria Boys High School, just across the road.
What's the nickname? The Candy Stripes. Breaking blind, Dobby. Weir's marked up by Kanan Moody. Wow, they've got the bit between their teeth now. Dempsey, he's been keen all afternoon long. The Vodacom Bulls are so far on the back foot. Just need to find themselves a way back into this match to get their hands on the ball, to control the clock. Breaking the tackle there, Ewan Ferry. Another one of the youngsters out here for the Glasgow Warriors, 22 years of age. Forward comes Scott Cummings.
Good.
A 38 cap Scotsman. Tui Pelotu's shown up big in the second half, the number 12. And it has proved to be quite a difference maker, as has this man, Stafford McDowell, showing up in the second 40. Stain protects the ball. Look how the Vodacom Bulls are not committing players to that ruck, not hunting that turnover anymore. The alarm bells are ringing here at Loftus-Versfeld.
No, you pulled him round. He didn't kick anyone.
Good clear out in the end, but slow ball is the result. Dobby gets it away to Johnny Matthews. Penalty to the Vodacom Bulls. It's absolutely colossal.
This year's URC. It's a good tackle. Slow to get to that ruck. Nizam Kar was just sweeping really nicely, following the ball. Just
pivotal kick for Chris Smith from behind the halfway line. Clean strike from Smith. Quick restart from the Glasgow Warriors. No time to waste for them now. They would dearly love to finish within those 7 points, because that's another log point on the board. So much intrigue in every moment of the match in the closing stages of the Vodacom URC, with more action coming your way all the way into this evening. Here's McKay, who's been trying all day.
Yeah, you're in your own man.
And that...
there he is. Our Vodacom URC player of the match, Ruan Vermaak. I think he took the wind out of the Glasgow Warriors' sails. It's Ruan Vermaak. It's been really good.
Bind! Set!
Zach Berger feeds the scrum.
You're both up and in on this side. And then
The game here now, but first things first, win the scrum. Of course, Glasgow Warriors already have a bonus point for tries scored. They want to get another one for losing within 7 points.
Zach Berger feeds Nizam Carr at 8th man, picks up and takes it into the teeth of the defence. Tui Pelotu makes the tackle, and the Bulls have been disrupted. Can the Warriors get another chance? One last
Can't
chance.
just dive and kill that ball, 17.
Now he has a chance to step up for the travelling Scotsman. Where is up in here? 3 points on the board, 1 log point earned in a narrow loss, which has made all of these fans question just how much this win may mean come the final reckoning. But what a win it was, Mtunzi.